And I remember clearly at the same day I visit that area, a group of 𝗏𝗏 came, right? 𝗏𝗏 came into to that area, and they are from the land and survey. It's around 7 to 8 people. They are doing similar job as what I did, but I am just a person with my joy. So I'm thinking, I think I really can increase the efficiency way up.
Hello and welcome to the latest season of Innovate Sarawak Stories, brought to you exclusively by TEGAS Digital Village. And here we are in the year of 2025. I've seen a lot of people around me is already on track, but they are not walking. They are sprinting towards the goal that they have set. And, imaginations, the visionary in their mind, they try to make it into reality. So here in Innovate Sarawak Stories, we try to unveil and unpack the unique stories, the inspiring stories of the brightest mind of Sarawak, of the latest or recent entrepreneurs in Sarawak, so we can, learn something from them. We are lucky to have one of the recent winners of Shell LifeWire Sarawak Challenge today with us, which is known as Mr. Max from Maxeon Technology.
Yes.
Thank you for coming. Nice
to meet
to meet you too. Thank you so much.
Thank
Have you eaten?
I have eaten.
Yeah.
So thanks to everyone here to give me a platform
Yep.
to share my ideas, my stories, my insights about how to grow Sarawak. Next Sarawak entered into the global arena, especially in terms of technology. So I'm very grateful for TEGAS Digital Village to host me, and also for TEGAS Digital Village to actually invite me to participate in a lot of activities such as Shell LifeWire. And also I would like to thank Sarawak government, especially in actually giving young entrepreneurs an opportunity to actually showcase themselves, fund them to make their dreams come true at the very beginning of their entrepreneurship journey. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think this is very important, and I'm very grateful for all of what Sarawak has to offer.
All right. So before we go deep into the questions of what you're doing, so maybe you can introduce yourself to our audience, who you are and what you are doing exactly.
Okay, so my name is 𝗏𝗏. So I started a company called Maxeon Technologies. So we are a very artificial intelligence focused company. We also started to expand into several technology verticals such as IoT, robotics, and also software hardware development. Because we see that in order to be a more sustainable and self-sustaining business, we really need to look into what Sarawak has to offer and what we can offer to Sarawak as a whole. So we try to vertical integrate our solutions to fit the customers in Sarawak, and hopefully to export our technology towards neighboring countries like Indonesia, Thailand, and hopefully to other places around the world. Yeah, so we really try to bring the right talent, groom the right talent also in Sarawak, and build up the ecosystem of technology. And that is my dream, to actually fulfill to Sarawak and contribute back to Sarawak.
All right, that's a great ambitions over there. So I was made to understand that Maxeon Technology was just established around the year of 2024, which is last year, and winning a Shell LifeWire Sarawak Challenge is, of course, something. It's a big achievement, right?
Yes, correct.
So what was the aha moment? Like the moment where you think like, oh, actually, this is going to be something that works in Sarawak.
That's a very good question. So actually, in the beginning, when I started the company, so the AI technology craze is starting to ramp up, especially in Asia Pacific. So I found out that actually artificial intelligence is going to revolutionize everything we do. For example, when ChatGPT came out, everybody is still very skepticism about how it can help us in terms of our efficiency and productivity. But when people start using it, the skepticism actually slowly fades. And I found out that it actually saves a lot of time in our job and in our work, increase our efficiency, make us smarter. We can no need like we can no need a lot of teachers to teach us. We can self-taught ourselves by using ChatGPT smartly. So that is where I found out that there is a big technology revolution coming up. It's coming. You can't actually negate it. It is really pushing towards us and every one of us. So I found out that it will change the lives of a lot of people, especially artificial intelligence penetration into our daily lives. So I discovered that how can I actually bring in artificial intelligence technology into Sarawak that suits Sarawak's environment and market. So a lot of people still have the impression that AI is just ChatGPT, Perplexity, and etc. But right now, a lot of innovative companies are actually trying to develop AI technologies for their own vertical, meaning for their own industry use case. So whenever I travel abroad, because I studied abroad previously, and I came back to Sarawak every time for celebrations, I will see a lot of forests in my window seat in the aeroplane. So I said, maybe we can revolutionize forestry and agriculture in Sarawak by using AI. And I think that is one of the main pillars. So in Sarawak, you can read the PCDS 2030. It really shows that the very important 6 economic pillars. So forestry is one, agriculture, healthcare, services, mining, tourism. These are the really important pillars of Sarawak.
Yeah.
So I think that is a good start for me to find the product market fit. And it is also very thankful to the Sarawak government that they show what they want to do, or what is their goal in the next 10 years at least. So it makes entrepreneurs' life much easier to navigate around the Sarawak ecosystem. So we found out that we can use artificial intelligence technology. We call it a AI MRV technology. It's called the Artificial Intelligence Measurement, Reporting, and Verification technology to actually rebuild. We use drones, very cheap drones, consumer-grade drones, to fly through the plantation or forestry area. And with that said, we can actually rebuild a digital twin out of just drone images and videos without any sophisticated mechanics like LiDAR and etc. So we found out there is a technology that we can adapt to it. So we built the technology, and we can rebuild these images and videos out into a digital twin. So with this digital twin, what we're going to do next is to extract data. And that is what government really wants the most. Transparency and also accessible data for visibility. So we spend a lot of time in the first year develop all these things, because it really takes time to optimize what is suitable in Sarawak. Okay, so finally we really optimize it, and we think that it's time to be implemented into the market. So in a layman terms, you just use a very cheap drone, consumer grade drones, fly through an agricultural or forestry plantation area, and rebuild a digital twin out of it at a way cheaper cost than LiDAR, and extract intelligence. Each individual tree or each individual plantation, we can extract you each detail out of it. So that is what we actually achieved. And now we have entered into several pilot stages project with the government. So yeah, that is a brief, a long introduction, but a very detailed one that I think is very important to share. Yeah.
All right. So you said that you're looking out of the window and see the forest, and that's inspired you to do the technology related with forestry and agriculture. But have you been to, like to the ground, and what is the most pressing or most common frustrations that the real farmers or maybe the agriculture departments have seen, and why your technology is actually, helping them?
That is a very, very good question. So we undergo few projects, um, and we can compare directly how our technology actually helps in terms of the industry. So I can share with you a very simple experience that we just did last week. We went to Cebu to do a project. So when we were there, we found out that for them to calculate the inventory, their agricultural inventory, like palm trees or rubber trees and etc., it's very difficult for them to visualize how many inventories are in a hectare of land. They just can guess. More probably that the range is around 200 to 300 trees in an area. So that is not accurate at all for intelligence. And when I visited that area, we really found out that it's very scattered. The plantations are scattered around, and there is no a fix or no fixed number to verify the inventory. So this makes plantation management companies troublesome because they can't project their yield accurately, and they can't plot their areas as accurately as they want for their employees to do, for example, collection of plantation goods and etc. So I remember very clearly when I visited that site, I'm just the only operation guy with a drone. And because with our technology, we doesn't even need to control the drone. So we preset everything beforehand, before our operation. And I just need to click few buttons and my drone automatically flies and do aerial survey mapping on that plot of land. And I remember clearly at the same day I visit that area, a group of two Hilux came, right? Two Hilux came into to that area, and they are from the land and survey. It's around 7 to 8 people. They are doing similar job as what I did, but I am just a person with my drone. So I'm thinking, I think I really can increase the efficiency way up, because 7 to 8 people entering the forestry and agricultural plantation area, what results can they get out of it out of 2 to 3 hours? So my operations is around 2 to 3 hours. I'm comparing, okay, I'm alone, they have 7 to 8 people. Can they really go through the whole plantation area? In comparison to my drone just flying through the area with a preset flight path. So I think this is where it really inspires me, and it actually really felt that our technology is making a big difference. We lower the cost of people, we increase the efficiency and the time span. So I think that is a very huge impact on me. This shows that our labor is starting to bear fruit. Yeah, so that's it.
I see. So I think you have the vision to reduce the cost and increase the efficiency of the
Yeah.
technology and accuracy of
Right.
the technology itself. So talking about, promises like a centimeter level accuracy at the fractions of a LiDAR cost. So
Right.
can you give us in detail, like breakdown, how does LiDAR works, and how is your technology different from LiDAR?
Okay, so LiDAR technology is actually a light detection kind of technology. So basically, they shoot out a kind of beam, a laser, LiDAR laser, and it reflects back to the camera. So it can actually sense its environment quite precisely. But in order to do airborne LiDAR, called airborne LiDAR, meaning they are on the air, the cheapest airborne LiDAR drones cost 100 plus thousand. Okay. So for us, we can revolutionize this because our technology, we call it AMRV technology, we just use drones that are less than 5,000 ringgit.
Oh, okay.
To be exact, it's 3,005. So it's cheap, and by using just a very cheap drone without any hardware, LiDAR hardware, and etc. We just use a very simple picture and video imagery to rebuild using our AI rendering technology to rebuild a digital twin. And I think that is something very exciting because it lowers the cost a lot for aerial and survey mapping industry. It will revolutionize the industry overall. But our main secret sauce, we can call it, is not just the rebuilding of the digital twin at a cheaper cost in comparison to LiDAR at a centimeter level, but we can actually extract intelligence out of our digital twin. That is something that a LiDAR can't. And that is where we get our data visibility to each individual crop or plantation and forestry object. So that is where we differentiate ourselves, and we actually use AI to make our technology way more advanced and extract the right data for our clients.
I see. So one thing that I'm wondering, does your technology use internet to connect your drone and everything? So how do you how do you think the internet connections, because you're working mostly in the forest, in the agriculture area where there's dense tree and everything, and in Sarawak there's some, especially in the rural area, there not really a strong connections of internet.
Yes.
So how do you feel about it? Have you ever encountered any difficulties?
That's a very good question too. So in most of our operations, we actually need to thank the Sarawak government in actually having the right initiative to digitalize the rural areas, not just in the city areas. Because whenever we enter the forest, some parts of the forest that are far away from the city, we still have access to 4G internet. And I think that is really important because for any operations to be successful, sometimes troubleshoot will happen. So we need our team to be online and be aligned with us during our operation tenure. So my experience is that when I enter to one of our operation projects, I can still call my team and we can troubleshoot stuff live at that area. So that is something that I feel is very important for us because it eases our operational difficulty. And I think but of course with our technology we doesn't need any Wi-Fi live connection, but we need our team to be on hold with us to finish complete the operation. So I think that is something I'm very grateful to the Sarawak government in implementing rural connectivity along the way, even though it doesn't sound very impactful for city dwellers. But if you want a city dwellers to go into the rural areas to do project and operation, and the usual case is there's not enough connectivity, and right now Sarawak government is pushing ahead with that, I think it makes a big difference for us, and I'm really grateful for that.
Oh, okay. That's a nice, things to hear, because along the years there has been issues, like installing internet, especially in the rural area, because geographically Sarawak is quite a hard place to, have a very vast connectivity, right? So yeah, I'm very happy to share that from you, like a real testimonial. Yep. So usually when people build a tech startup, people will based in Kuala Lumpur, who based in like maybe Singapore, but you're building a tech startup in Sarawak from scratch, and that must be like quite an intense process.
It is. It is.
So what does it, like a typical day of for you as a founder of Maxeon, and how do you stay grounded most of the time?
Okay. So for us, why I started my technology company in Sarawak is that I don't see much really what they call world-class technology companies in Sarawak. There are few, but I think to reach the world-class standard, we really need to have the right team and the right technology and the right support from our clients and customers. So I am a Sarawakian, so I'm very proud of that. And seeing so much talent flowing out from Sarawak, it quite breaks my heart, because that is very important for the building. We call it nation building. So our Deputy Premier, Dato' Ahmad, Dr. 𝗠𝗅𝗶𝗵, he keep on talking about nation building. So I think he really inspires me, because he himself is actually a doctor from Australia, and he came back to Sarawak to contribute for the country, not the country, I mean for the state
To the state, yeah.
of Sarawak. So I think this really inspires me, and I think that with my background previously overseas, I see things in a more further or a more futuristic way of thinking. So I think, why not we bring the right technology, we develop the right technology, and we actually implement the technology, starting in Sarawak first. I want to make Sarawak proud. So I think coming back here, of course, is my hometown. I can be very close to my family, but I would keep traveling a lot. I would travel like the whole second half of the year. I will travel most of the months. So Sarawak will be the base, and Sarawak government really supports anak Sarawak. So they really lean more towards Sarawakian in terms of giving opportunities, like for example financial support, project support and implementation, and also they are more open-minded in collaborating with startups like us, very young. So I think if I can't do something successful in my hometown, I don't need to think about other places anymore. So to stay grounded myself, I think start in my hometown. Then once we establish ourselves strongly, then we start expanding abroad. So that is my thinking. And as you mentioned, how can I cope with the entrepreneurship journey? I think you need to keep staying positive and motivated. You need to self-motivate yourself every day. And entrepreneurship journey is a really difficult journey. But you need to have the right people around you that are positive, that are very supportive, and I think the most important thing is that you need to have someone you can trust to share what you are undergoing, and they can actually share what they are undergoing too. That is where you guys learn and grow together. Yeah, I think that is very important for me. And of course, my parents' support, unwavering support, is very important. So yeah, I think that is at least the process of entrepreneurship. There are ups and downs. I've experienced up and down in a year only. Big ups, big downs, but I treat it as a process. So you need to enjoy the process, or else you will you will not move that quick, or you will give up easily. So you need to enjoy the process. It's not about the goal is very important. I set really solid goals for myself, but even there is like a lot of changes along the way, decision making changes along the way. You need to be grateful for yourself and trust your guts in the decision you make. That's very important. And once you make the decision, you just move forward. Don't think back about whether it's right or wrong, the decision you made. But at that present moment, you know that you make the best decision at the time. So trust your guts, trust yourself, and be positive. I think stay positive is very important.
I see. Yeah, I agree. Staying positive, staying with the right people around you gives a really impactful, effect to your works and also to yourself.
Yes, correct.
Yep. So you're joining the Shell LifeWire Sarawak Challenge and you win recently.
Yep.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
So by winning the Shell LifeWire Sarawak Challenge, you you brought a grant, you got the coaching and global access. So beyond the monetary profit, so what has been the most impactful non-monetary benefit that you gained from the program?
I think the most that I've benefited from is actually the people I meet, the like-minded friends that we have coagulated together through 𝗠𝘅𝗶𝗵𝗵. And the people that I met are very motivated, very positive-minded, and we even try to help each other. Like if they have customers or client that wants our services, they will just refer to us. And if they need any help from me, I will refer them to my friends. Actually, this happened already. So it's not related to my business, but I help a friend to connect with 𝗠𝘅𝗶𝗵𝗵. So that is where you create a dynamics and ecosystem of entrepreneurs. I think that is really important. So, and 𝗠𝘅𝗶𝗵𝗵 actually taught me a lot about like how to position ourselves, how to actually build a better business, a more stable and sustainable business going forward. So especially the business model canvas, and also how to think creatively out of the box. And I think that are really details that entrepreneurship should take away of, because if the foundation is not built firmly in any business, it will rattle, just like a building or a house. Without the right tilings and foundation, it will crack eventually when time moves on. So I think a 𝗠𝘅𝗶𝗵𝗵 actually grounded myself to be more thoughtful about how to approach business in a more systematic way. Yeah, I think that's the result that I get from it. Yeah, and there's much more, but that is the most direct ones.
Okay. So yeah, so after your 𝗠𝘅𝗶𝗵𝗵, you're winning and you've probably done a few coaching sessions. So right now, the Maxeon Technologies directions in business, what is maybe your next aspiration or your next visions in this company? Do you hoping to go beyond Sarawak or how?
Okay, so for Maxeon Technologies, we are also very proud to say that we won the SDEX 𝗲𝗲 program. So we have been selected by SDEC to get their 𝗲𝗲 program grant. So it really helps us a lot in terms of financial capacity. It builds us to be a more stronger business overall. So you can see that Sarawak government is really betting on the young generation in a right manner. So with 𝗠𝘅𝗶𝗵𝗵 and also SDEX 𝗲𝗲, it gives me more confidence in expanding my business. So right now we are a very AI focused company. Our AI business have several verticals coming up. So our AI MRV is the main bread and butter for us right now, and we are moving into the data engineering segment. And we found out that because throughout our project, we talked to stakeholders, we found out that there is a lack of technology in terms of IoT, for example. And that is where we think our next direction will be moving. We'll expand towards the IoT division. We will set up an IoT division too. And we saw robotics as a very important technology that can actually revolutionize how we work more efficiently and more scalable. So robotics is one of them that we are looking into right now also. And we do develop software and hardware generally. So to conclude, we will be very focusing on the 4 verticals: is AI, IoT, robotics, and software hardware development. So these are the 4 verticals for our company's direction going forward. Yeah.
All right. So okay, so you now have the directions of 4 verticals, which is the AI, the IoT, the robotics, and another one is
Software hardware development.
software and hardware development. So I'm let's circle back to the AI
Mm.
verticals, because that's the most famous, the
Yeah.
most popular,
Hot
trending,
right now.
the hottest right now.
Right now.
Everyone is talking about AI, but in terms of like Maxeon Technology itself, you said that your company are aiming to increase the efficiencies by reducing the cost. But what is your opinion on Maxon creating a job creations for the people of Sarawak with the implementation of AI?
Yes.
Yeah.
It is a good question because a lot of people are very scared AI going to take over jobs. But actually, AI is not taking over job. They are actually replacing jobs, meaning that previously non-AI roles, they will have new AI roles coming out for people to apply. So, for example, our AI MRV operation. I got a picture in my phone, right? So, we went to a pineapple plantation to do area survey mapping. So I actually automated all the system already, right? So the farmer just and the farm manager just asked us, can we fly the drone? Can we learn how to fly the drone? I said, because our operation needs high accuracy and precision. That's why we need to be pre-flight our operation. But I said, a very important role in the future is for you to monitor the flight operation situation. So I just hand in out my controller. It is automatically operated. So he just looked at the screen and he didn't do anything. But he said, hey, this area is like higher and lower. So I said, yeah. So in the future, farmers will be more intelligent in terms of their approach in working. So they just need to automate their flight operation, and they just need to sit at the site or a hut, and they just can check, okay, where the drone is flying, how the drone is flying automatically. So we still need someone to be on the spot, because if there's any troubleshooting, they can solve the problem. So I'm seeing that, of course, more and more the efficiency will go up, and the precision, for example, whether more and more fertilizer needs to be used, or whether which plot of areas are ripened to cut out. It is very efficient already, because you just need to look into our model. You can know which area to fertilize more, and to collect the fruits that are ripened. So it really, in a way, it lowers a little bit of labor, but it increases the efficiency a lot. So I think, but we are not 100% going to replace farmers and farm managers. Our technology makes them smarter farmers, smarter farm management company operators, smarter, um, uh, for example, smarter fertilizer input, and also smarter harvesting for the users. So I think it makes their life actually much easier,
Okay.
not replacing their jobs.
All
Yeah.
right. So allow me to reiterate. So what you mean is actually your technology, or basically AI technology, is not to replace job entirely, but it's actually to create another whole new job,
Yes, a whole new job, smarter.
a smarter job.
Yes. So, for example, if farmers usually work 8 hours a day, but with our technology, with our visibility and data, they can actually work lesser.
Okay.
Like 8 hours, maybe they just work 4 to 5 hours, because it is very intelligent for them to access all this data and know where to collect first, where to harvest the crops in which plot of land first, and how much fertilizer do I need to put on it. Or for example, even in like palm trees, to know which ones are more ripened, or in rubber trees, which area has more rubber trees to collect first, to do plotting. So these are very important things that they can't solve right now. So we are actually solving it for them.
I see.
Yeah. So yeah,
Yeah.
it's very easy.
So human will do less mundane job, but more of like high skill and intelligent job.
Yeah.
Right. Oh,
Uh,
It's a way how we are going forward, right? In the future. So yeah. So last question, perhaps maybe we can talk a little bit about when you are not revolutionizing mapping with AI and drones, what does a Max Thai does to unwind yourself? And any secret hobbies or any like guilty pleasures that keep you going?
That is a very good question because for me personally, I love to travel. So that's why what I do, what my job requires is also keep on traveling. So I just came back yesterday from a project. You can see my hand is like sunburn, very obvious sunburn. And I love traveling. I love to visit cities like Cebu, Miri, Bintulu, or even smaller places in Sarawak to actually talk to the locals. That is where I can relieve myself of stress because to talk to locals in the shop, okay, what is going on? How is the situation? How does livelihood goes day by day in that area? So I just love to feel present at a very different city or where I stay to see different perspective of people around Sarawak and also uh, abroad. Travel is very important for me. I will travel every year. That is my a promise to myself. And I like to read books. I think reading is the way to accelerate your learning process. You don't need to go through certain setbacks or failures because people in the past have undergone through it. So you cut down your learning process by a lot. But of course, when you read, you need to actually implement the knowledge that you have processed through. I think that's very important. Don't read blindly, but read in a more aware manner.
Okay.
And I like to watch YouTube videos, food vlogs. That is one of my favorite. Yeah, I follow a lot of food vloggers globally, and that is one of the most direct stress relief method for me because when it also comes back to because I love traveling. So it is in a very aligned manner. Sometimes I watch Netflix, I listen to Spotify, listen to music's help also, and I meditate. I think meditation is a very important exercise for us right now in the present moment because there's so much things cluttered in my brain. So when I meditate, I will like sieve out everything, and it allows my brain to have more ideas in through meditation. So I think meditation is a very important uh activity for me too.
Activities for you.
Yeah. So and sports, I do play badminton, I do swim sometimes, but generally, yeah, that are the two sports that I'm more interested in. Yeah.
Yep. So one last question. What is one book that you can recommend to any aspiring entrepreneurs out there?
One book that impacted me a lot. Let me think. The more easier to read book actually is called a Shoe Dog. I think quite a lot of people knows about that book. So it's about how Nike uh, is built from scratch by the founder. So I think you can actually learn that along the entrepreneur process, it's not a smooth journey. You can see how he packed the shoe boxes by himself, the founder himself, with a small team, a small group of people. And you can see along the way how they successfully grow the business and convince like Michael Jordan to to partner with them. And of course along the way there's a lot of setbacks, up and downs, and the failures along the way. So before they started Nike, uh, actually the founder is one of the distributor for 𝗠兄𝗧𝗶 brand of shoes. But the Japanese cut off the relationship. So he needs to think how to build his own brand. So these are all the details that you can get from the book. And I think it prepares you for this uncertainty.
Okay.
Yeah, so I think that's a very good book. I think
All right.
I would like to share.
So yeah, so that's the last questions that we have for
Mm.
Maxeon. Thank you so much for your brilliant answer.
Thank you very much.
And to our audience, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. And for those of you who really wants to know the TEGAS program, you can head on to their social media. They are on Facebook and Instagram. Just search TEGAS Digital Village and Innovation Hubs. And once again, thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
My last, thank you for coming here today, and I hope you guys enjoy. My last word for today, innovation is all around us. All you need to do is you just need to know and, have someone like Maxeon to break the stories for you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, and
Yeah.
see you in the next episode. Bye-bye.
Bye.